Headlines: Infectious Disease Bill. Lawmakers desperate to force vaccine on Nigeria CSOS. Over 40 civil society organizations in Nigeria on Tuesday alerted that the House of Representatives was acting too fast in its bidding to pass the Control of Infectious Disease Bill. The bill to make vaccine compulsory was co-sponsored by the Speaker, Femi Ajagbabilola, Rep. Pascal Obi, and Tako Tununu. The Congress of United Political Parties (CUPP) already alleged that the Green Chamber of Nigerian Assembly had been offered money to pass the bill, despite no input for stakeholders. The bill passed first and second reading at the plenary under controversial circumstances. The CSOS, in a joint statement by Center for Democracy and Development, Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, Say No Campaign, and Mercy, National Yaga Africa, Human and Environmental Development Agenda, International Press Center, among others, said the bill almost passed third reading in April before it was resisted by some vigilant members. The civil society community opined that the legislative policy measures currently being implemented response to the COVID-19 pandemic inadequate to respond and manage the challenge of infectious disease with grave implications on the society. The Congress lamented the House of Representatives' attempt to give allocated passage to such a critical legislation in the Control of Infectious Disease Bill without consulting and input in relevant stakeholders and the public. We understand that the House is resorted to pass the bill and it has been fixed Tuesday, May 5, 2020 for presentation of the report of the Committee of the Whole and clauses by clauses voting on the bill without public hearing on the consultation with the relevant stakeholders. This runs contrary to the principle of effective and inclusive lawmakers. The bill violates key principles of legislation, drafting rules and mandating laws to be simple, clear, and unambiguous. This leaves room for significant amount of discretion on the part of the implementing authorities and limit the right of citizens and respective institutions to question decisions to exercise of power provided in the bill. There is other therefore need to clarify terms used, extent of power granted, the penalty for breach. For instance, the proposed bill makes an attempt to define surveillance in its interpretation section and fails to provide a clear definition on the reach and extent of the power to demand public health surveillance program and regulating framework. Throughout the bill referred to as act, implying that the proposed document is already an intact legislation, and in addition, the bill does not define who constitutes a health worker, which has defined in the bill as anyone appointed by the Director General. In addition, we have concern with Clause 74 which deal with the collection of fees, charges, and money, and some payment to be made to the consolidated fund on the agency. They demand that the House of Representatives subject the bill to public scrutiny by embarking stakeholder consultation and a public hearing to harness public input on the legislation. The Council asks the House to utilize the opportunity provided by the review lockdown policy, consult with the relevant stakeholders and the people. They called for review of all provisions of the bill that fostered interagency conflicts and abuse of power and undermine the contrary to the rules of law and Nigerian international human rights obligations. It is important to note that while we understand the importance of legislation framework guarantee effective response to public health crisis. We must do so within the rules of law and in conformity with the Constitution and Nigeria international human rights obligations, democratic principles, the CSOS added.